Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Those words have echoed through living rooms during countless holiday seasons, but the story behind one of cinema's most beloved Christmas classics is as fascinating as the film itself. Today we're looking at 13 fascinating things about It's a Wonderful Life. Let's dive in. Number 1, the birth of a classic. The movie wasn't originally meant to be a movie at all. It started as a short story called The Greatest Gift by Philip Van Dorn Stern. He couldn't find a publisher, so instead, he printed it as a 24-page Christmas card and sent it to 200 friends in 1943. Talk about a Christmas card that changed history. Because one of those copies somehow found its way to RKO Pictures, who bought the rights for $10,000. That's about $134,000 in today's money. Number 2, almost a Cary Grant vehicle. Before James Stewart donned George Bailey's suit, the role was actually intended for Cary Grant. RKO initially bought the story, hoping to turn it into a vehicle for Grant. Imagine George Bailey saying, "Mary, my dear, you want the moon? How utterly, utterly marvelous." That was my horrible Cary Grant impression, thank you. Actually, Grant went on to star in another Christmas classic you may have heard of, The Bishop's Wife. So I guess everything worked out in the end. Number 3, the snow breakthrough. Here's something mind-blowing. Before this film, movie snow was usually made from painted cornflakes. Yes, really. The problem? They were so crunchy that dialogue had to be redubbed. For It's a Wonderful Life, RKO's effects department created a new type of quiet, artificial snow using fomite, soap, and water. This invention won a Technical Achievement Award at the 1947 Academy Awards. Finally, actors could walk and talk at the same time in winter scenes. Number 4, a real gem survives. While most of the film's sets are long gone, one iconic location still exists, the swimming pool that opens up during the famous dance scene. You can find it at Beverly Hills High School, and yes, it's still in use today. So, if you're a student there, you're literally swimming in movie history. Just try not to pull the floor open during the next Charleston competition. Number 5, the FBI's Watchlist. Believe it or not, the FBI had their eye on this beloved Christmas classic. In 1947, they issued a memo suggesting the film was potential communist propaganda because it portrayed banker Mr. Potter as a villain. That's right, apparently showing that greed is bad was considered suspiciously un-American. The irony that a film celebrating American small-town values was labeled as communist propaganda is, well, pretty wonderful. Number 6, Box Office Blues. Despite being a holiday classic today, the film was initially considered a box office disappointment. It needed to make $6.3 million to break even. It's about $84 million in today's money. It didn't even come close to achieving that mark. The film actually recorded a $525,000 loss for RKO. Sometimes the best gifts take a while to be appreciated. Number 7, the Guardian Angel's history. Clarence wasn't always Clarence. Earlier drafts of the script featured a darker tone and different versions of the Guardian Angel. The character went through several iterations before becoming the endearing Clarence Oddbody AS2, or Angel Second Class, that we know today. And yes, in case you're wondering, AS2 is probably the only angelic rank created specifically for a Christmas movie. Number 8, Jimmy the Raven. See that raven perched in Uncle Billy's building and loan office? That's Jimmy the Raven, and he was quite the feathered celebrity. He appeared in all of Capra's movies after You Can't Take It With You. Jimmy was essentially the Stan Lee of Capra films, making cameos before cameos were cool. Number 9, Donna Reed's breakthrough. While Jimmy Stewart was already a star, this film launched Donna Reed's career. Interestingly, she wasn't the first choice for Mary. Jean Arthur was originally considered, but had to decline due to exhaustion. Several other actresses, including Ginger Rogers, turned down the role. Rogers later questioned her own decision in her autobiography, simply asking readers, "Foolish, you say?" Number 10, accidental public domain. Here's where things get legally interesting. The film's copyright wasn't properly renewed in 1974 due to a clerical error. This mistake actually helped make it a Christmas tradition. TV stations could air it for free during the holiday season. However, by 1993, Republic Pictures found a way to regain control of the film through its ownership of the original story rights. Sometimes the best presents come from paperwork errors. 11. The real Bedford Falls. While Capra never officially confirmed it, many believe that Seneca Falls, New York, was the inspiration for Bedford Falls. The town even has an It's a Wonderful Life museum and hosts an annual festival. The similarity between the town's bridge and the movie's bridge, where George contemplates suicide, is pretty striking, though Capra never explicitly confirmed this connection. He did visit Seneca Falls in 1945, just before filming began. Number 12, Colorization Controversy. The film has been colorized multiple times, starting in 1986. Both Capra and Stewart were strongly opposed to colorization, feeling it damaged the artistic integrity of the film. Despite their protests, 3 different colorized versions have been produced. The debate continues today about whether classics should be colorized, though most purists prefer the original black and white version. Number 13, The Modern Legacy. In 2024, nearly 80 years after its release, It's a Wonderful Life continues to influence culture. A modern remake is currently in development with Kenya Barris set to direct, aiming to retell the story with a person of color as George Bailey. The original film has been recognized by the American Film Institute as one of the 100 greatest American films ever made, and NBC still airs it every Christmas Eve, making it as much a holiday tradition as decorating the tree. From its humble beginnings as a Christmas card to its status as a beloved holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life proves that sometimes the greatest treasures take time to be discovered. Maybe that's what makes it such a wonderful film. Like George Bailey himself, it needed the world to recognize just how special it truly was. Remember to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what's your favorite scene from It's a Wonderful Life. Thanks for watching, and remember, no man is a failure who has friends.